Hi everyone, and welcome to day 29 of my 40 till 40. Yes, I'm 40, but I am determined to finish this project. So I am on vacation. Happy New Year. I'm on vacation in Florida right now, and I had a second and I wanted to continue what I started. So today's topic is going to be about false starts. And this is going to cover the narcissism subject. So false starts. What are false starts? This is when someone has seemingly made up their mind to leave a narcissist. They may have an exit plan, they may not. They might have a strategy, they may not. But they have identified, many times, many women have identified that they are in a place that is bad for them and just trying to still figure it out. And so you'll have what they call false starts, or what I call that. I'll use myself for an example. I had a false start. When I decided to leave, I had hired a realtor. I found a place to live. I had all my paperwork in line. I had disconnected all of the joint accounts. And I had a plan. I was strategic about having the narcissist sign things when they were in a good mood that would set me up later. And when I went to go, the narcissist was able to suck me back in. I won't only blame it on him. There's several things that happen here. Obviously, the narcissist is in apologetic mode, honeymoon. I'm going to do better. I'll do whatever you want me to do. Counseling. Stop this, start that. More of this, less of that. On their best behavior. Maybe for 3 weeks. I don't know. Maybe a month, maybe 3 months. And sometimes that helps, right, for some women. But then you also can have outside influences that are saying, try to work it out, try to work on it. Everyone has problems. Maybe it doesn't sound so bad to someone, it doesn't seem so bad. And so with the pressure of you wanting to work it out, and you may be an empath, and in my case, I'm somewhat of an empath that had this savior syndrome of, I feel really bad. I know this person has a mental health issue, and I don't want to leave this person alone. I don't want them to go into depression. I don't want them to have an anxiety attack. I don't want them to have suicide ideation, making myself responsible for their stuff. Right. And so if I leave, all of these things will happen, accompanied with them saying they'll never do these things again. And then friends or family saying, everybody deserves a chance, a second chance. And so what ended up happening is, instead of leaving the narcissist actually moved in again with me. We moved together and to the place that I was supposed to be escaping. This grand plan I had. I hadn't shared with him the address or any of that, and he ended up at that place. So all of my planning went down the drain. That was a false start. And many times you'll see women do that, and I want you to know how to support. I'm going to be doing another video on how to support. Women need to know that no matter what road they decide, that you'll be there to support them. If they return back to their abuser, no one needs "I told you so," or "you shouldn't have done that," or "you like that, you want that." And so I have had a lot of women in my inbox that said they wanted to go, they're ready, they know it's bad, and then recant. And I am still here. I am not going to say, hey, you need to do this. You said you were going to do this. Don't go back. You know better. I'm not going to do that. because you have to reach that point in yourself that it's time to go. And no one can get you to see that but you. What I do continue to remind women of is their worth, is the self-love, is what's healthy and what's not. I will not tell you, leave that person right away. You're in an abusive relationship. You need to divorce them. Nope. I present the information and the evidence and the research, and you can come up with your own decision. You're at choice. So, and so I understand false starts. And so I want to talk to supporters of women that might be in relationships like this, that if you've heard in the substance use arena that they talk about relapse is a part of recovery, right? And if we're talking about New Year's resolutions, right, when you are trying to, the biggest one everyone wants to do is lose weight, right? When you fall off the wagon and you eat your piece of cake, you can get back on. You will relapse until you get into a habit or routine, and replacing that with something that's healthy, right? And so after someone has been, especially if they haven't gotten out, I always say, get out early, girl. But if you've been in there for a long time, it's really hard to just, cut it off. And so you'll see false starts. Don't be discouraged by that. Continue to support. And again, I'll share a video with you at another time of how to support when you see a relapse or a false start, what you're going to do. And so now talking to women that are going through it, it's okay if you have decided to try to make it work. Go back again. Give second chances, third chance. I don't know. Just don't be hard on yourself. I could say to myself, man, I should have left even earlier. I left early enough, or pretty early, in different people's, thoughts of when I should have left or how long I should have fought for it. But in my mind, I'm like, I should have left the first time, this happened, or earlier. But the truth of the matter is I left when I was ready and when the time told me it's time, right? And for me, that only took a second time, right? I did give a second chance, and I didn't need more and more and more. It only took me that time. And so it could take someone a first time, second, 15th, but be easy on yourself. There will be false starts. This particular thing didn't happen to you overnight. It was a buildup. It's very complex. It's filled with a lot of layers. And so it's not an easy or simple task. And again, as I talk to people, I talk about, I didn't have property involved with this person. I didn't have children involved. And so when you start adding layers, marriage, these things complicate it even more, to go no contact, to cut someone completely off, if you're financially dependent on this person. Maybe I'll do a video on that as well. I remember my sister telling me, she thought that, this would break me. She's shared in a video before about, seeing me go through relationships and the way that I give of myself in a relationship, and just thinking I could not handle someone, taking me for granted again. And I remember having a conversation with her about what's important that women should know is to always have purpose for your life, and not just supporting, advocating, sponsoring someone else's life. So for the women that are happily, supporting someone else's dream, and their career and whatever, but not nurturing themselves, I think that can be very detrimental. And so one of the reasons it was easier for me to make the decision to leave was because I had the wherewithal to do so. I had the finances to do so. I had the finances to leave this person, get my own place, and maybe I'll go more in depth. I mean, like I said, there's layers to the story, but when I left this person, I actually, you know, had to pay rent at my new place, and I was paying rent at that old place. So I had the financial means, and maybe you can jump over into my other YouTube videos that talk about financial independence, wealth, generational wealth, and legacy, and know how I had the wherewithal to be able to leave. And many women may not leave because of being solely dependent on a person for finances, for shelter, for whatever it is. And so it's really important to invest in yourself and be able to support yourself or your family in case of anything, right? You don't even have to have a narcissistic partner. Anything could happen to your partner, right? Death, injury, things like that. So how can you be able to show up if you need to show up? And so I was able to do that. And so that's been very important to me, and important for me to convey to women that watch me, that it is a much easier choice when you don't have those things kind of weighing on you. So you have the freedom to go when things get dicey. Okay, so this video is about false starts. Supporters, expect that there will be false starts. People might not leave the first time. That doesn't mean they like it, they want it, they're stupid, and all of this stuff, right? It's complicated. And women that are smart, intelligent, bright, boss, that have found themselves entangled in this kind of web, I really want you to shed the shame, the embarrassment, the feeling of weakness, and know that it's okay if you have false starts. And if you look in your life in many areas, we could have false starts. False starts on starting a job, starting a diet, right? Starting a business, just starting something. And so false starts are okay, because you will have another opportunity to try again, and you will be successful, and there will be people that will support you, no matter how many false starts you might have. So just know I'm always here as a resource. If you like this video, I want you to give me a thumbs up. You can subscribe and leave me a comment on YouTube. I miss you all, and I hope that I can be able to do these more often so I can get to my 40th one, and then we'll see what happens from there. I hope this was helpful for you. Once again, Happy New Year. Peace.